tremendous job with all of the others, I have to say, because there are some tricky pronunciations in there. So that's Akash Gorkha boxing out of the blue corner. This is the final fight of the afternoon session. But a really good session again. 4 fights at flyweight, all men's this afternoon, and 8 at lightweight. Our first look at the lightweights, and we've seen some good operators. Radislav Rozanov, Sutsumi, Reto Sutsumi. Those two may be standing out possibly, but Karim Osman turned in a really good performance against Tengiz Katoyan. Gurbanov looked handy, so did Kultayev. It's a very, very high standard.
Round 1.
So into the opening round here, and KLIESCH of Germany in the red in the orthodox stance, and GORKHA of India in the blue, boxing as a southpaw. Good right hand there from KLIESCH. Made it to the target. Look at that right hand again there. That one just landed into the chest there from KLIESCH. Akash moving in there and just closing down any space that he did have. They're both quite tall, rangy 60-kilo fighters, these two. There's that right hand again. He's got it through almost every time he's thrown it. He's not looking to take Gorkha's head off with it. He just wants to land it, which is the right way to do it. You've got to land on the torso or the front of the head with the knuckle part of the glove in AIBA boxing for it to be a punch that the judges will take into consideration when they're evaluating who they feel has won the round. Right hand to the pit of the stomach there from KLIESCH. And there's plenty of intent here from GORKHA. He's moving in, he's letting his hands go. He looks aggressive, but he hasn't really landed much clean, whereas KLIESCH has. Jab there gets through. Not that stiff, but it landed. And a right hand from KLIESCH. But just before that, a couple of punches from GORKHA. Both of them falling short. Decent bit of bodywork there from GORKHA. It just seems to have settled a little bit. It was a bit manic in the first 90 seconds, 2 minutes. Again, there's that right hand just thuds into the chest of Akash Gorkha, who let a couple go himself, throws that right again at KLIESCH and just moves in behind it, gets onto the shoulder. Makes it very difficult for GORKHA to counter it. You see fighters do that a lot. If they throw it and they feel that they've just come over the top of the front foot and they've lost their balance a bit, then just keep going, commit to it, and you get in tight, you get in close, and close is safe, really. Your opponent doesn't really have any room to work. So he was the aggressor of the two. And that has caught the eye of the judges there. 10-9s, 4 10-9s in favour of GORKHA. KLIESCH did some good accurate punching, I thought. I thought he hit the target with more regularity than GORKHA. But GORKHA, as I said, was on the front foot, was aggressive, was throwing plenty. There's a right hand to the body again there, though. I think KLIESCH is a little bit unlucky there with those scores at the end of the first round. Not much in it, though.
second round.
And KLIESCH has come out aggressive at the start of the second, and this is the effect that having those scores available to the coaching staff in the corners has, because you know which way it's going, and you know that if you've dropped that first round, you've got to go out and win the second. So he will look to be more proactive now, KLIESCH, in the second session. He has to be. I thought he boxed a good fight in that opening round, but it didn't work for him. Well, that's a big, big blow for Enrico KLIESCH. He's had a point taken there for holding. At times they both move in, they end up on top of each other, they're trying to punch, and there is a little bit of holding. I'd say it's probably about 50-50 though, but that's a big blow for Enrico KLIESCH. He was already a round down with 4 judges, and now he's had a point taken. That makes it a big old mountain to climb for him now. Gum shield's come out. That belongs to KLIESCH, who's just looking a little bit disconsolate in that red corner. It's just not gone his way so far. He's behind and he knows it. Just short with the right hand there, KLIESCH. Into the final minute of round 2. Enrico KLIESCH of Germany in the red, Akash GORKHA of India in the blue. Good stiff right hand that from GORKHA. Remaining a few seconds of round 2. GORKHA gets it, and with that point deduction as well, he's got a 3-point margin on 4 of those cards, so he's got 1 foot very much in the next round, where he would be in with Javier Herrera Montero of Cuba, who we've just seen. He did have the better of that round, GORKHA. I don't think there's too much doubt about that. I think the fact that KLIESCH had to kind of come after him at the start of the round, having dropped that first round on 4 cards, I think that suited GORKHA. That's his kind of a fight.
Third round.
So into the third round. This is the final round of the afternoon session on day 3 at the Halle Legia now, the home of the Kielce handball team. Nice right hand there from KLIESCH, followed by a left hand, then a right. Those are all scoring punches. Right hand lands there from KLIESCH. GORKHA with a nice bit of evasive work on the spin, looks to try and throw the left hand. Couldn't really, because he was only going to make contact with the back of KLIESCH's head, so he, for the most part, resisted the temptation. Into the final minutes of this one, and KLIESCH still working. He knows that he's well behind here. And GORKHA just wears a right hand from KLIESCH there. Had some success with that right in the opening round, the German. GORKHA is a difficult man to get to grips with. He's a big unit for a lightweight. He's aggressive. He throws plenty of punches. Good right hand again there from KLIESCH. And again, counters him nicely there. And GORKHA, I think, has found favour with the judges in the first round due to that aggression. It is a style often that the judges do like. And it'll be a hard night's work for anybody. Well, there goes the bell. And that completes the boxing for the afternoon session here in Ring B. And it's going to be Akash GORKHA who goes through in this one to the final 16, a lightweight. And as I say, there awaits him Javier Herrera Montero of Cuba. There's that right hand from KLIESCH. I thought he did really well with that right hand, particularly in the first round. He landed some good, strong, solid shots, but it was GORKHA who got the nod in that first, and I think that was important because KLIESCH then just kind of had to change his approach, what he was doing in the first round, although I felt it was effective. It didn't get him the round, and he then had to kind of just trade with GORKHA a bit more, which I think GORKHA would have enjoyed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner in the last bout in this session, and bout 93 in the men's 60 kilograms, win by points with unanimous decision. From the blue corner, Akash GORKHA, India.
Akash GORKHA gets it by unanimous decision, and through he goes to the final 16. As I said, India brought a full complement, 20 fighters over to this competition, and they're having a pretty good time of it so far.